Yo, what's up, everybody? Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Haitian Gambit. Welcome to the Winning Hand Podcast 21. You know what I mean? Cool. Yeah, sounds good. All right. Soldier Boy defense. What's up, Sick? I've never came to Soldier Boy defense. Soldier Boy can suck a dick. But, I mean, I don't think he deserves to go to jail. That's all I'm saying. I hate everything about Soldier Boy, but I still don't think he deserves to go to jail. You know what? Sorry. I do think he deserves to jail, but not for the reason why people are saying he's supposed to go to jail. What's up, Stardust? What's up, Don? Jemiah? Sick? I think I said sick already. PlayStation. Yeah, man. PS4 numbers, right? There's so many numbers we got to go over that I can't just say specifically what. But 91.6 as the last point of them, you know what I'm saying? Of them doing that tally, that was at 91.6 million. And I'm impressed, but I'm not impressed. Like, I'm serious. I'm impressed, but I'm not impressed. I'm impressed just because it's 91.6. That's a ridiculous high number in such a short period of time. But really, I'm not impressed because, I mean, what the fuck did y'all thought it was gonna do? You know what I mean? Like, we all knew it was gonna happen. Like, it's no surprise it's gonna happen. Why we even? I don't know why people are making that big of a deal of it. You know what I mean? I know, like, I think people like celebrate out of proxy at this point. Like, they hit a benchmark and motherfuckers just celebrate. And I'm not saying that it's not like the greatest. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not worth celebrating. I just don't know if it's worth like making such a big deal out of it and shit. You know what I mean? Like, what do you expect was gonna happen? Is it's the PlayStation 4. Like, everything was pointing to the fact that it was gonna hit 90 something sooner or later within the year or so. You know what I mean? You knew it was gonna happen. I don't know why people like. I'm not even saying like Xbox dudes that are like salty and shit, because that's bound to happen. And the salt was amazing. I ain't gonna front. I watched it for like a week. It was great. But no, it's not. It's not even that. I'm talking about like PlayStation dudes that hype. I'm like, why are you that hype? You knew this shit was gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like, we knew it was gonna hit 100 soon. Like, I wasn't even waiting for the 90 something. I knew that shit was gonna happen. I'm just expecting the 100 to be like within the year, right? So, like, it's cool, but I'm more impressed with Spider-Man than anything else than the 91.6 million. What's up, Jamal? Because I feel like that's bound to happen. That was bound to happen. The 91.6, matter of fact, 100 plus will happen. That's just bound to happen. So, like, it's cool, but I'm not really that impressed unless they came out and said we hit 100. Like, when they hit 91, they hit 100. That would be impressive. That would be an insane number, because the the things that PlayStation do has been so, consecutively, you know, well done, that you shouldn't really expect more than that, man. That should be what it's supposed to be. So I'm not impressed because that's a very high number. There's the more impressive thing is there's 90 million people still active, you know, and that's insane. So Fatal. I mean, and PlayStation numbers, I guess that's what it is. I don't know why people expect it. I've seen like the craziest meltdowns and shit over that. Motherfuckers talking about Sony's lying, all kinds of shit. I don't I don't know who does that type of stuff. Yeah, right, Jemiah. I mean, we it's like motherfuckers didn't expect you to have. It's like motherfuckers didn't expect you to have what you have already. Like, we knew there was at 80. God, it was like 86 something not too long ago. So now there's 91.6. I guess maybe it's like the I don't think the number 91.6 is actually the reason why motherfuckers are salty if they are salty. It's the fact that 91.6 mean they're very close to 100,000, which means 100,000 is not too far away. They're like dreading the future, if that makes sense to you. I'm gonna get to that, D. I mean, that shit's. I'll get to that. I'll get to that shit. But yeah, man, PlayStation 4, we knew they were doing good numbers. I'm more impressed with the amount of PlayStation that they say is still active, like active accounts. That's pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean, I think that's what it is because 91.6. That's not a number that we like. I don't even know why people like are like even thinking that's a crazy number. That's what we know was happening. What's up? Don't call me Danny. PlayStation 2 had 82.7 by 5 years. Okay. Um, tomatoes, I guess. What is gaming as big back then was as it is now? I think gaming is bigger now than it was back in PlayStation 2 era, right? So I think that might have something to do with it. It's the changing of the times too. I incorporate a lot of things into thinking about like how things sales and that kind of stuff. I mean, yeah, it's beating PlayStation numbers, and that's cool. But like gaming today is different than PlayStation 2 back in PlayStation 2 era. You don't have motherfuckers making careers of like gaming off of gaming. There was some, but not like how it is now. When they don't even have like direct link to game like the game industry itself. They just make a gaming like they just turn their hobby of gaming into like money, you know? And it's possible now. So it's very different now than it was before. Really? Was there less pirating back then? Because I feel like pirating would be easier back then. I feel like pirating like them old games was easier than the new ones. But then again, there might be better software now to, pirate shit. I don't know. I'm not a dude that steal that type of shit, so I just buy the games. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really know. Is it really technically sold at a loss though? I don't think a PS4 sells at a loss. Not all consoles sell at a loss. It depends on the situation. Some consoles sell at like an even rate, and sometimes they might even profit off of a console. Not all consoles sell at a loss, and I'm not even sure PlayStation 4 is selling at a loss or not. Since 14, man, I need to like look up this information, man. I'm gonna take y'all word for it for right now, man. But I'm gonna confirm it later. I guess I'm gonna have to look that type of shit up. I never actually looked into that type of shit before. Like what PlayStation 4 is it running at a loss or a gain? But I don't think it runs at a loss, man. Because I think the tech for what it is and the value you get, which is right on point. Because you gotta remember, like the original PlayStation was still $400, man. That's the original PlayStation was $400, and when the Pro came out, it was still the same motherfucking thing. Like you didn't really spend more, so the tech that they put in was right around where they can afford to make it. I don't really think it was a loss. I never looked into it either, so I could be wrong. But if it hasn't been selling at a loss since 2014, that sounds about right. Right? Only financials can tell you all that bullshit. But I highly doubt it's at a loss though. Oh, you know the X is sold at a loss. Like, I mean, the way you can make it into a gain is the amount of units that you sell, right? Because realistically, at the beginning of all console generation, all of them are sold at a loss. It's not until you hit a profit range where you're like, okay, now we're actually making profit off of consoles. You know what I mean? Because it costs so much to make and all this other shit to advertise to all the R&D and all this other shit, right? A lot of shit go into making it. The amount of money they have to spend to actually get the console into your house. Not, I'm not talking about building it. I'm talking about getting it into your house. You know, the concept of the console and all this other shit, the marketing, the reason why your ass should go out and buy it, and you finally go out and buy it. What it all the money they require for them to do that. You know, that's what I'm saying, all the amount of money for that to happen. How long and how many console did they sell to finally reach that amount they spend to do all that shit? Once they satisfy that amount, then it's at a game, right? So if you're telling me by 2014, like September 2014, basically the end of 14, early 15, PlayStation was at a gain as of that point. They gained money at that point. And if that's possible, that's possible. I have to look it up. I'm gonna take your word for it for now, but I'll have to confirm that later. I'm not sure about that. Um, but yeah, I mean, as far as the X-Men, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much R&D go into it, but I'm assuming it's a decent amount, and the rate that they sell, yeah, I mean, I don't know if they're at a gain or not. I don't know when they will hit a mark where they would gain. And also, it depends on where you price the console. If you price it at a certain point where it's hard for you to actually gain back because you spend way too much to actually get it into someone's home, but you didn't, but you don't sell enough as far as revenue wise to actually cover that amount, you are fucked. You'll stay in the hole forever. So you might go the whole gen and still lose will not gain a penny on a console, which happens all the time. But you could, make that money back in software, and you better hope. But I really don't think a PS4 is in that situation at all. What's up, impatient fire? Yo, I'm more impressed that Spider-Man is about 9 million. So that's 10% of PlayStations that's out there. I'm more impressed with that in 3 months, bro. Like multiplast, there's a lot of multiplast that wish they can do that numbers, you know. But then again, like I'm saying, man, it's Spider-Man, and I was wrong by 1 million because I said they would hit a cool 10 million, but I was off by a million. When Big Money asked me on one of the podcasts how much I think they'll do in 3 months, I said right around 10 million. So I was off by 1 million. That ain't bad, right? I would win on the prices right. I'm still above it. You know what I'm saying? I was still above it by a million. I would have won that shit. But that's because it's Spider-Man, man. I knew that from the go. I've been saying Spider-Man's gonna sell like a ridiculous amount of numbers. It's not the best game in the world because it's not. I ain't gonna front. It should have won some awards. I think it deserved. I deserve a couple awards. It's fucked up, but it is what it is. But it's not the greatest game in the world. I think God of War is the better game out of the two exclusive. But Spider Man is a very impressive game. But it just carried the Spider Man legacy. There's just too much. There's just too much power in that in the name of Spider Man, and especially if it's good. You have Spider Man games in the past, but to make it good, especially right now where Marvel is really hot, you just can't go wrong with it. I knew that was gonna happen. Two dozen still. And shit. I mean, God of War is for sure better, but I wouldn't say Spider-Man sucked, man. That's too much shit. Yeah, I mean, Spider-Man was a very fun game for me. It was a good story. It was a good, comic book story. And I mean, it was fun. You enjoyed the character. Like the world they made was pretty convincing, at least. The combat was fun. All that was pretty good, but it's no God of War. God of War was a fantastic game, man. God of War was the only game this year that came out that when I was at work, I want to go home because I just thought of a new way to use the weapons. So I just want to go home and see if I could do that or not. I haven't done that. Sometimes I do that. Like I have those moments where I was at work and I just realized, you know what, if I could just use this move before I do this move, that I could chain it to this move. You know what I mean? I would go home and try it so bad when you at work and you couldn't. God of War, I think, is the only game that does that to me this year. Well, not this year, last year. Ghost is this year, man. I'm calling it. I think Ghost is this year. Ghost of Tsushima is 19. I don't know about Last of Us 2. I'm still holding out. I don't want. I don't. you know, y'all can say whatever y'all want to say, but I don't think Ghost is. I mean, Last of Us is this year. No. I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if it's not this year, but it's very possible it's also this year. That's Stranding also this year. Damn, all three, Jemiah? All three this year. So that mean all four of them is coming out because Days Gone is coming out here in about 3 months or so, right in April. Well, I mean, The Last of Us is a very different type of zombie game, and I'm not excluding it like from a zombie game because motherfuckers like, motherfuckers like, isn't they're not zombies? Yeah, cordyceps, yeah, we know, but it's a fucking zombie game. You know what I mean? There's all the zombie tropes that applies, but you know, we play it for different reasons. We play it because it's a very impressive one. Yeah, I'm saying it's very possible all three was dropping, but that means all four of them are dropping because Days Gone is also dropping, right? So all of them is dropping this year. That means does that mean that we're gonna be dry of games in 2020? We're just gonna play these. We're gonna rock these all the way into 2020. Because do you think PlayStation 5 is coming out the end of this year, or y'all think it's gonna come out the end of next year? Because if you think it's coming out the end of this year, then they drop all these games, and then right in the middle of dropping these games, they're gonna announce that the PlayStation 5 is dropping right afterwards or something like that. Or how does that work? You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out. We're trying to place the roadmap to the future here. I'm trying to figure out what y'all talking about. Because of all four games come out this year, which is very possible. I'm not saying that can't be possible. Like what's happening in 2020? I mean, I'm fucked up. Like motherfuckers out here, we just got to 19. I'm already talking about 2020, but I'm trying to figure out 19 and that involved 20. Yeah, what's up? What's up, Ian? Yeah, I didn't know that was you, bro. I didn't even know that was you. cross-gen, so but damn, that's even rough, man, right? Yeah, but I mean, Horizon Zero Dawn 2, that would be on a PlayStation, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it be on a PlayStation? I mean, PlayStation 5, I mean? Why would that be on a like, that's what I mean, right? So, like, the whole year of 2020, we wouldn't get no new games. We would just play the ones we have in 19. They won't there was no banger no more. That's it. They ran completely done of all bangers of in 19, and in the first half of 2020, we ain't gonna have shit. And in the later year, like the later half of 20, PlayStation 5 come out because I can't see them, releasing a PlayStation 5 early in the year. That don't make no sense. It's usually you know, could they release it early? That would be very odd, right? But I'm saying, Jemiah, I'm not saying that they don't have PlayStation 5 games. I'm just saying if they're gonna release the PlayStation 5 in late 2020, right? Which I think is gonna happen. But let's just say we don't know where it's gonna happen, because we really don't know when it's gonna come out. You know what I mean? But if it's coming out late 2020, what are we gonna be playing in most of 2020? 2019 games? I'm not saying anything wrong with that because a lot of us need time to catch up on shit. There's never a good transition. Like there's not a lot of good transitions between generations and shit. But I'm just trying to figure out what's happening with that. So in 19, we're gonna have all four of the biggest exclusive they got comes out, and then the well run dry early 2020, and then late 2020, PS5 come out with a couple of launched exclusives, and that's how it's gonna be. Damn, and you think March of next year they come out like in spring? Is that still considered spring? Yeah, March is spring. Nino Kuni too. Oh no, you mean Neo? Damn, Neo is it's gonna be for this gen. You think it's gonna be for this gen? I thought Neo 2 was gonna be for next gen, man. I thought that was gonna be like you know release and shit. Is that right? Is that right, D? They wanted to release in March, but they had. I did not read into that. I didn't know about that, man. Huh. Well, okay. Well, maybe March it is. If it's March, then that would actually means it makes a lot of sense. It would makes a lot of sense if PlayStation 5 come out in March. Good shit, Dave. That if that was real, then I mean that makes perfect sense. Like all that would like set in place perfectly if they come out in March. It would, and March, I guess, would be a decent time for you to like set it up. I guess. Kids out of like about to be out of school here in a couple months, right? And they could do their event this year to set it up, start talking about it, so they have close to about a year, right around a year to do advertising and marketing for that shit. That would work. I could see that working if that comes out in March, and that makes perfect sense. It's just usually I'm used to the holiday seasons when they're coming out. But if the only reason why they've been doing that is because motherfuckers, motherfuckers always had shit to do every time they need to fix some shit, then it is what it is. But we'll see what happens, man. But if that's the case, that'll be cool. Now we just gotta figure out in what order they coming out. We already know one game that's coming out, you know, and the four of them can't be too close to each other because they'll cannibalize each other and shit. Yeah, for sure, man. As soon as that shit come out, yeah, I'm down to play that. Matter of fact, how many in a group? Matter of fact, can we do that? I don't think a lot of roundtable motherfuckers trying to play that. A lot of roundtable motherfuckers said they ain't gonna play that shit. So might holler at Sick, but Sick, I think he might be playing that on PC. I don't know if it's I don't know if it's cross playing with PC. I think Horizon 2 is gonna be on the launch of PS5. I think that's what's gonna happen. Because don't they have the most time to work on the PlayStation 5 after the first Horizon and the DLC for Horizon? What's Gorilla been doing since? Oh, is he? Yeah, we can run that, man. I don't know how many of us can run it at the same time. Like, can we run it on like? I haven't even like all I've been doing is watching some gameplay, but I really haven't read up on who like you can team up, like how many teams you can do and how many people on a team and shit. But I'm still hyped for Anthem, man. I don't care what motherfuckers say. It might be bullshit. It might turn out to be bullshit, and I might just have fun for a month. But I'm gonna cop it anyway. I don't give a fuck what motherfuckers say. We'll see what happens if I waste $60. I waste $60. It still would be cool if they do. Like from what I understand, they don't have PvP at all. It would be kind of cool if they have some form of PvP, man. They'll probably have that in the future. I'm saying, D. That's why I feel like Horizon. The next Horizon is like a PS5 launch exclusive. That's what it's looking like. They've been making a lot of moves and shit. You know what I mean? And we haven't heard from them since. So and they had the most time. Everybody else been working on shit for this generation and shit, like finishing this generation up and shit. Bloodborne 2. Yeah, I mean Sekiro's done. That other game that I could never like kerosene, whatever, kerosene. You want another kill zone, Ian? For real? You want another kill zone? You don't want another Horizon. You want another kill zone, or you want both? I mean, that might be what it is. That might be why they like making so many moves because they might still do kill zones. They might be still doing shooters. What's up, Iron Fist? What's up, Aaron? I mean, you know what I mean? Like, so if all four are coming out, that's cool. If I mean all four coming out this year, damn, that's a lot of fucking games, man. I'm serious. Between like third party and all the PlayStation shit that's coming out, that's a lot of motherfucking games. I think I might spend over $2,000 worth of games this year. Just software alone, just games. At $60. Like, can y'all imagine that? Like, just at $60, I'm not buying like special editions or digital deluxe or all this other shit. I'm just buying the motherfucking game at $60. I might be spending like right around $2,000 if you add up all the games that I'm buying. That's ridiculous, man. Is that right? Can that be right? That seemed like a lot. Like it seemed like a lot, but you think about it, a game is $60. And you gotta count, DLCs and shit too. Like, you know, damn D. But we talking about in a year though. This shit's rough, man. I spend that much on weed too. Well, no, I don't spend that much. In a year, let's see how much I spend on weed a year. I spend like 1/3 of that in a year on weed, man. Y'all need to get a better connects. Y'all fucking up. I spent way less on that. I mean, it's possible that they're doing both. They could be doing both in Patient Fire. They could be doing both, right? They could be doing, that's why they doing making so many moves, expanding their studios and doing all this other shit. They might have two teams dedicated and to Horizon, and another team dedicated to a shooter. If it's Killzone, it's Killzone. If it's some other shit, it might be some other shit. It's cheap as hell. Then why you like how you fucking you smoke too damn much, man? You need to calm down. If it only costs that much to be high where you at, that you spending way too much. I don't have MKX, Jamal, but the next MK, I'm copping that, and you can school me in on it because I haven't played MKX and like Mortal Kombat since like Mortal Kombat trilogy or no, was it trilogy or anthology or whatever the fuck that big ass motherfucking machine is in the arcades back in the day. Or was the last time I played Mortal Kombat? I haven't played. I dabble in some like the older ones, like some of them like offside ones, but I really haven't played Mortal Kombat since. But that new one that's coming out with the Scorpion and Raiden trailer, I'll cop that. Yeah, you're right, Muhammad. So yeah, man, we could see some shit happening, but Rainbow Six, the when that dude was on like level building or level design or some shit. Do you think those coming out next year? I mean, Concrete Genie and all these titles are. I mean, they're not very big titles. No disrespect to Days Gone and Shenmue. You know what I mean? Shenmue is a big deal to a lot of people, but they're not like The Last of Us 2. They're not on that pedestal, I guess. It would be dope. He could play like that character with the girl on top of his head, whatever that character is, the duo. Like I said, I know of Mortal Kombat. I watch it from like people play it from time to time. I'm just not interested enough to play it myself. But the character like that big ass dude with the girl that rides on like his back, like Kratos and Atreus could have like a similar kind of play style with you can use both characters at the same time and shit. Like they could like do moves off of each other and shit. Damn, so that motherfucker's got a lot of talent. So yeah, I mean, it could go in different directions. That man could go into helping, stage Horizon better, or he could be helping this, some first person shit up. So we'll see, man. But I do feel like Horizon's gonna be the next. At least, what's up, little kid? Hope you enjoying your gaming ass. You know what I'm saying? Hope you enjoying all the games that you got and shit. Yeah, Farah and Thor. Yeah, like Kratos and Atreus could play like that. That'd be kind of dope. What's up, Diving? But yeah, man. So as far as like PS4 numbers, like they're impressive, but like like I said before, man, I'm impressed, but I'm not impressed. We'll see what because because those are numbers we expect to happen and shit. You know what I mean? They're just numbers we expect to happen. So I mean, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why on both sides of the spectrum why motherfuckers making that big of a deal over it. But let's get to this Madbox and Verizon shit, right? Madbox, I feel like Madbox like exists in this generation because it's able to, because of the narrative that exists. Madbox is just the same thing as it's a third party machine, right? It's just a super powerful ass third party machine. I've read some shit about the Madbox, man, and that's basically all they're saying. Like, and like, what's so impressive about this Madbox now that it's getting? Because isn't everybody doing like a box nowadays? Everybody's jumping onto to gaming because I feel like, and I know these is brought to you by motherfuckers that brought to you by one of them racing games. And y'all know me, I'm not a racing game type of motherfucker. Even I dabble in some, but I'm not into them like that. They work on a Need for Speed game and some other racing game. I mean, I feel like motherfuckers get into gaming because gaming is so lucrative. It is the most lucrative industry as far as entertainment is concerned. Maybe after porn. I don't know if porn is as lucrative as it used to be, but porn is fucking lucrative. This motherfucker wait until the generation's almost over to play all the shit. It must be hard for you to dodge all them spoilers and shit if you kid. But I hope you enjoy yourself. I heard about that diver. Fuck, I don't know their name. I haven't read about that, but I heard somebody told me about that, and I don't really know much about it. I have to look it up before I can talk about that shit. Yeah, that's a PC, what I'm saying, Kevin Mac. If I was doing that, I might as well cop a PC because I mean, from what it sounds, this thing is not going to be cheap. And when I was reading, they was talking about it's going to be comparable to to console price. Of you know, you gotta look at all the marketing lingo they use. You ask them how much it's going to be. It's going to be comparable to. But do they mean comparable to the consoles that we know of, or comparable to a console that would have those kind of specs? You feel me? You feel me? I don't know how that works. Like when you say comparable to like console pricing, like do you mean the console that we know of, like Xbox and PlayStation, or do you mean a console that would have those kind of specs that the Madbox has? So it could be $600-700, but the pitch is like you want the best frame rates, yada yada yada. So I'm assuming a lot of Xbox dude would love that. Yeah, I'm assuming like Xbox dude would like jump on this Madbox if all the shit they saying is true, like the best frame rates, like you getting 4K. Fuck yeah, you getting 4K. You getting 60 frame VR. You getting all this shit. No exclusive though, right? But you getting all this shit. You getting multiple VR plugs. Like you can use different types of VR. Does that mean is capable to run like any kind of VR that's plug in, besides from PlayStation VR, because PlayStation VR is built for PlayStation. But like any third party VR you want, you can run this motherfucker and it would work. Is that what they're saying? You know what I mean? Like when you read on I'm not gonna read the article to y'all. I'm just like it's just too much shit. I'm not young yet. I don't fucking read the whole shit. But y'all been around. Y'all seen the shit that we talking about, right? The fucking Madbox is basically not Xbox's pitch, because Xbox, I feel like, what's really weird, once Madbox get into the industry, if all the things they said about it is true, all the things that Madbox people are saying about it, and all the things that people are speculating on it. Yeah, we Asian, we not like this man read someone else's article and pick it apart, which is cool. I just don't do that. I don't have the time. I could read it. The only time I read an article is to make sure that we getting our facts right. But besides from that, I'm not gonna read it back to y'all. Y'all seen the shit. Y'all know what the fuck we talking about. If not, then Go out there, read that shit yourself. You'll be better educated. Because if I read that shit to you, you're gonna hear from my perspective. It's gonna fuck you up. You're gonna have to go read it yourself, man. That's just the way it works. Welcome back, Fatal. I mean, but this Madbox thing, man, that's all it is, right? It's just the high end console gaming, I guess, is what you can call it. And I'm sure it'll come with some specs. I mean, not specs, but some apps and all that kind of shit. You can download other apps and all this other shit onto there, right? But I don't know how well they'll do, man. Fat pig owner's back. That's fucked up, man. Oh, so you could play it after like a certain hour? Like I thought it was over the other night. So if I make another account, I can play that shit. I can play the demo again. Can I still make another account and play that shit again? Yeah, that shit was nice. Cause I played it twice. I still remember one other account that I used to have. You know what that demo remind me of, man? Damn, goddamn, I should have made that demo a topic. Fuck it, we going in on that. We'll go into Verizon. Like we'll go back to Madbox and Verizon in a second. You know what I'm saying? I gotta talk to y'all about this fucking demo, man. I'm sure most of y'all play that shit. But isn't that some Dead Space shit? Isn't that some of the most Dead Space fucking gameplay y'all played in a minute? Dark corridors and shit. Fucking just only source of light is fucking from your gun or your flashlight. Oh, I seen that. What wasn't that the one from back in the day? Man, I click on that shit. So yeah, yeah, Fatal. Yeah, Fatal. It was very Dead Space. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's a great thing. But I'm just saying it's very Dead Space, like Dead Space feeling to me. Don't you think so? You walking down a dark corridor and the only thing you got is a fucking like flashlight and a gun. You know what I mean? And the sound ambience and all that. I'm not saying it's bad. It's great. Is what I'm saying. It's like a perfect blend. Like they basically use the Dead Space kind of format for Resident Evil. And it makes a lot of sense. That shit was dope as fuck. I was mad as fuck. I did when I was playing. 30 minutes did not feel like 30 minutes. It felt short like a motherfucker. I could have swore I only played for 10 minutes. I mean, I like man, it was only 10 minutes. Stealth fear. I'm not even sure if I know about stealth fear, man. Or cold fear. I'm sorry. Why did I say stealth? It's fucked up. But yeah, man. I mean, that shit was dope. I can't wait for this fucking game. And you know what's really crazy? It's been so long since I played that motherfucking game that I don't remember a damn thing. And my favorite thing, like I've seen a lot of people talk about it, and they said that they don't like that they don't see like the liquor just kicking it on the wall like that, just hanging there looking at you and shit. Well, not looking at you because they ain't got eyes. But you know what I mean? I actually like the slow introduction. If you haven't seen that shit, the slow introduction is fucking fire, dude. And you don't even see him for real. Where you see him, but you don't see him. That shit was nice. Like I feel like as the Lakers even is set up to be even way more terrifying in this game just because of like the aspect of that shit. Like how slow this motherfucker move, man. Leon moves slow as fuck. He ain't, you know, he ain't fucking Resident Evil 4 or Resident Evil 5 or Resident Evil 6 Leon, I'll tell you that. He ain't even in 5. What am I thinking? 5 is the one in Africa. I don't think it's available after the weekend, kid. Isn't that what it is? I've seen this actually. Um, I've seen that tweet actually, D. That shit is hilarious. But we'll get into that in a second, man. I gotta talk about this motherfucking Resident Evil. Resident Evil is so hype, man. I can't wait for that shit. Yeah, Leon Shaw ain't in 5, man. What am I thinking? It was in Africa and shit. That's the one where the Wesker dies. Like for real, for real. It's when that's when uh fucking Chris like Shoryuken the fucking boulder into that scene was fucking ridiculous. And you know what? That scene was not as ridiculous to me when I first played the game until I like after I like played the game. Like when I beat the game, I was like, wait a minute. After I beat it, because during the middle of the game, like I'm like, all right, cool, let's fucking punch the fuck out of this boulder. But bro, fucking the remake is incredible, man. I had a lot of Death Space vibe from it because that's basically what it feels like to me. It's like really good like ambience to it, just the lighting. Like some room has some light where you can see some shit, but you hear noises and groans in the background. You just tripping because that's what that space is. Because when the necromorphs actually show up, they're not that scary. Because shoot a motherfucker legs off and then you shoot his head off is a wrap. You know what I mean? That's all there is to it. But just knowing that they're out there and you can't really see and shit. That's the fear. And bruh, 5 shots to the head, man, to kill a motherfucker. Really, really though. I wonder what difficulty that is. You know what I mean? I wonder what difficulty that was, that demo. Was that normal? That's probably normal, right? Because it didn't seem too hard. That's probably normal. But 5 shots to the head though on normal, and you ain't gonna get no bullets in hard mode. Like I don't know what the fuck. You wasn't a fan of fucking Dead Space, bruh? For real, man. You don't like no games. Jesus Christ, you want the best survival horror? Well, I mean survival shooter, I guess. I mean horror shooter. I wouldn't say it was a survival horror because you don't really. Would you consider that survival horror or just a horror shooter? Because it is a shooter. Bro, I will have no Dead Space slander, bro. Dead Space 1 and 2. Well, you can hate on Dead Space 3 as much as you like, and I wouldn't be mad at you, but 1 and 2 is fucking, especially 2. I think 2 is the best one out of all of them. And Fatal, bruh, you don't like Dead Space, man. Dead Space is incredible. And that's what when I was playing the Resident Evil remake, that's what it felt like. Res 2 remake, that's what it felt like to me. I was just playing. I had the same exact feeling. Like I was just tripping because I could hear shit in the background, but I can't see it. I'm not gonna admit to y'all if I jumped or not, but I might have. You know what I'm saying? All right, bro. Damn, you got bored. This motherfucker got bored from Dead Space. I'm just saying you might like Dead Space 2 better than 1. Because 1, like, the one thing I didn't like about 1 is, like, Isaac didn't talk. I didn't like that. And maybe it was just the limitations of the times, but 2 he talked, and I actually liked his personality a lot. Even though he didn't talk a whole lot, I still like his personality a lot. They should uh, every game that I think moving forward, the more you relate to the character, the more, like, stay power a game has. You know, you become attached to certain characters. It's hard to. There's only few games where you don't really have an attachment to the character. Like Bloodborne, you actually make the character yourself, so it's not really about that character. It's about the lore. But most games nowadays, I feel like that's necessary. Which DMC, Fatal? You talking about all DMCs, or you talking about the recent DMC remake? Cause fuck the remake. I don't care what people say. I do not like the remake. I think the remake sucks. There's a lot of good things about it, but because there's so many things that's fucked up about it, I'm not a fan. And I know the definitive edition fixed some of it, but I'm like, really, you wait until the definitive edition to make shit the way it's supposed to be already. Yeah, Jemiah, the Sony template. I don't even know what motherfuckers talking about. Like the Sony template as well. Like I don't even know what the fuck motherfuckers talking about. Like that. Like I'm guessing it's because there's like walks through the woods. I guess like every Sony game for some odd reason have like moments where characters walk through a wooded area. There's a lot of those. I ain't going front. There is a lot of those, but the subject matters of a lot of Sony games are completely different from one another, man. I don't know why motherfuckers feel that way. Yeah, some of the top Sony games are made by the same people, so you would expect a lot of the same shit from them. But I'm not even sure why people even saying that like there's a thing. Because there's certain Sony games that's like out of like the box compared to all these other games, but no one considered that the Sony template. You know, it's a 5 or 7. Days Gone's gonna sell pretty well, man. I don't care what people say. People can say like they're tired of zombie games as much as they want to, but I think they'll do well. Every time a zombie game come out, they do pretty well. And the fact that you have, a bike and shit in an open world with zombies that horde up, run at you quick as hell. You gotta be on your feet and figure out ways. That's what I like about that game, man. Like if you were being chased by a horde of zombies, you you're probably not gonna be able to kill them all because that demo that they showed and shit where you use like spraying 1,000 bullets into these motherfuckers. I don't think that's how it's gonna work. You'll probably have to like use your wits to figure out ways to like escape these motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Can't just keep on spraying like that, like it's an Arnold movie. You know, what I mean? It's like just never run out of bullets. That is a good question, D. Why haven't we seen something from Dying Light 2? Sekiro's gonna be that shit, man. I'm hyped for all these games, but Res is so close. Res 2 is so close now, bro. It's like in like a week or two, or 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Cyberpunk look very next generation ish. Just saying, Jemiah, looks very next generation ish. And it's really weird that the demo still scares you because I think all of us seen the demo already, right? I was expecting a different demo. I didn't think we was gonna play through that police station demo and shit. No, I'm not saying that this generation console can't, handle it. I'm just saying I don't think they're done until that generation. I think they're gonna wait until the next generation. Because if it's such a big game, why release it on this generation, man? This generation's done. They have about a year of it left to release it. Because if y'all right, man, if PlayStation 5's coming out in March, then shit. You know what I mean? We got a year and about 4 months for that to happen. I don't know, man. I'm hyped for Days Gone, man. Days Gone is gonna be interesting. I mean, he might not be into that type of shit. I don't know. D might not like that game. See, you know what I mean? Jemiah loves Spider Man, and me, I mean, I don't think Spider Man is a bad game at all. At all. I don't think it's the greatest game of 18. You know, it's a good game. It's fun. You do feel like Spider Man swinging through the city and shit. Like it's a fun game to play, but to put it on a certain echelon like that, it's not. It's so well, and of course it would sell well. It's fucking Spider Man. It's a fun Spider Man game. Like it's, you know what I mean. You can't go wrong with it. Of course, it will sell well. I agree with both sides, man. I can see what y'all talking about. I can see why D feel that way because a lot of people make Spider Man out to be this insane game, and it's not. It's not. It's a great game. It's everything a Spider Man fan would want it to be. It has a great Spider Man story. It's a perfect Spider Man story. He plays Peter Parker. All the good shit and the bad shit of being Spider Man is there. You know what I mean? So it's a great overall game as far as Spider Man fans is concerned. And even if you're not a Spider Man fan, it's still a great game. It's still a fun game to play. But there's no nuance to it, right? It's a very the only I do like the combat a lot. There's certain times where the combat is stagnant because you're limited to certain things, but the fluidity of the combats is really fun. Just stringing along all the things you could do, like being Spider-Man, you never even have to touch the ground and you beat up like a whole warehouse full of motherfuckers and you not even touch the ground once. It's fun, man. But to put it on certain pedestals like certain games is up there, you know, I can't do it. And you could say that it sold 9 million, therefore, it's a great game. I mean, it sold 9 million. It is, and it deserves that because it's a Spider-Man game. I feel like games of this like caliber for like a superhero that's big right now should do something like that. But D, I guess you just being you might be a little bit too overcritical of certain things. Some games, I mean, there are flaws to games, but there's no reason to find your enjoyment out of them. I guess, right? I enjoy a lot of games that other people don't like, but that it is what it is. But Verizon Cloud Gaming, though, Verizon Cloud Gaming. Um, so I've read that article, and that article clearly states that, and I don't even know why I have to explain it because on the screenshot they showed you games that don't even that's not even out yet, bruh. It's not that's not possible to have games for you to test out that's not even out yet like that. Like I mean, yes, those are placeholder and shit, but I'm not even talking about that. The Verizon Gaming, Verizon have their own network service. I can see why it makes sense for them. They have FiOS, right? But FiOS is only in a selective area of the country. But the games that they have on it, they said that they'll have like the games that you know of, basically popular games that you know of. What the fuck does that even mean? That answered nothing. Which means, probably just third party in general. And I was saying before, like, man, that's very difficult to get into because the market, I feel like now is starting to be saturated with it. There's so many service available for gaming now. Out of nowhere, it feels like within a short period of time, out of nowhere, now we have a whole bunch of services, right, that provide games. Kind of shit is this? A whole bunch of services that provide games. Like that wasn't here before. There was some before. There was GameFly, but they work differently. You rent games and shit. You know why? I'm gonna tell y'all why. The Spider-Man shit. Spider-Man is this popular because Spider-Man is the type of game that anyone can love. You know, anyone can love this game. It's easy. Whether you are hardcore gamer, you not really play games like that, yada yada yada. It's just a pleasant game to play through. You know what I mean? It's a very pleasant game to play through. Like it's a game that's easy for you to like. So it's hard for anyone to like not like it. And that's why so many people like it. But we talking about nuances to gaming and stuff. I mean, Spider Man is not really up there. But that's just how I feel about it. But the Verizon thing, like people really think Sony's gonna put their exclusive shit on there. Like, are you fucking insane? Sony has their own console and their own streaming service, but they're gonna put their shit on your shit too. Are you crazy? That's like Netflix putting fucking. It's like Netflix putting Daredevil and shit on on Google. You know what I mean? What the fuck? Who would do that? Or on Amazon Prime or whatever, not Prime, whatever the fuck the service called, and Hulu and all that. I think it's stupid. I mean, I'm pretty sure Spider Man got all kind of shit off screen. I don't know if you completed the DLC or not, but he might have like a another baby mama soon. Y'all stupid. I mean, it's a P. Isn't it like a what rating is it? This game is rated teen, cuz, which is exactly where it's supposed to be. That's where a Spider-Man game is supposed to be, man. Motherfucker try to have a threesome with Black Cat and Silver Sable and shit on a T for teen game and shit. Yeah, that's fucked up, Jemima. MJ is the realest that always be there. Like I don't know how they're gonna make MJ like the girl that's down with you is gonna hold you down as a superhero, but she always be breaking up with you and shit. You know what I'm saying? The kind of shit is this? Bitch, I save the city every other week. The fuck you mean, Mary Jane? When y'all about to hop on, Fatal? I'll watch in a little bit. Once I hop off here, I'll do that shit. You know what I'm saying, watch y'all shit. All right. Thanks, Ian. I have not overdone. I have not seen it. Should I? I have not. Matter of fact, somebody send me a link to that video then. Y'all wants me to see that shit. Got me all interested in that video now. Hey man, it's a wrap. I would smash. I mean, real talk. I'm not really a fan of Mary Jane in this game. Mary Jane's usually done much better in other in like comic books. Mary Jane's like handled so poorly outside of comic books, man. She's never been good in a movie. Name one movie where Mary Jane was was like, you know what I'm saying, a chick you could see a superhero falling for. Because Mary Jane is terrible in movies. In the Sam Raimi series, Mary Jane's a little hoe, man. Like she's a top for real. Cause I don't care what you say, bro. Like Mary Jane and in the Sam Raimi shit, she was a top, bro. Damn, bro, you gonna make me feel bad and shit about it? I have to look that shit up and shit. Y'all gotta understand, man. There's a lot of shit I can't catch up on immediately. I didn't realize Sick Humor came back and did a podcast this morning until about 3 hours before I did my shit. Matter of fact, real talk, before I did my shit, I was in the middle of listening to his shit, folding clothes and shit. So you know what I mean? I'm missing out a whole lot of shit. I gotta catch up. Man, plus I'm not even on Twitter like that overdone. It's hard as fuck for me to like catch up on a lot of shit, man. Damn, I can't be taking the time to be looking out for this shit right now, man. I'll probably catch up on that later. Unless one of y'all can send me a link to it. This motherfucker like Jemiah and Don't Call Me Danny like what them motherfuckers sundogs or whatever. He's probably like sundogs and shit. Silver Sable. Bro, you don't understand. I turned off my Twitter notification and shit. You know what I mean? I turn on my Twitter notification. It doesn't go off. Like I only hop on Twitter when I want to hop on Twitter. I don't want Twitter to bother me. You feel me? So my notification on that shit is not even on. Like so when you want to watch some shit, I gotta actually like go through and look that shit up and shit. It's not the Lack Laren interview, is it? Yeah, I can't be watching this shit right now. I'm in the middle of my own shit. You can't really call her a milf, man. She's not even. She don't look like no milf. How milfs get younger and younger every year? I guess it's the signs of the time, man. You could be a teenager and be a milf nowadays. I guess. Damn, 7 minutes, bro. I gotta watch this later. It's probably gonna be hilarious as fuck. Cause I seen the other ones. I seen the Goofy movie one. That shit was murder. Cause I'm gonna have to watch this by myself, man. I can't be sitting here watching in front of y'all, man. Got my own shit to do. But shout out to you, Overdine. That Goofy movie shit was hilarious, though. I have to retweet that shit, man. I don't usually retweet shit, but I'm gonna have to do that in a little bit. Shit, that shit had me dying on the last one. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say, yeah, I mean, probably like late 20s, man. She looked like she like younger than me and shit. I don't know if she could be a milf, and you know, Black Cat was almost a milf, supposedly. But this Verizon cloud gaming, man, it's just one out of many. It's just one out of many that's already existing. Because everybody have a cloud gaming service now, bro. Like it's not even that difficult. And yes, I still smash for sure. Matter of fact, real talk, like Black Cat and Silver Stable over Mary Jane. Mary Jane was garbage in that game, man. I don't I don't think there's a lot of redeeming qualities in Mary Jane in that game for real. Like she's just like the plain girl from school, and not that there's anything wrong with that, right? Not that there's anything wrong with that. It's just overshadows by bad bitches around her. Cat for Smash Bros. I'm saying, man, that shit was fucked up. I ain't like the way they did Mary Jane that shit at all. Cause Mary Jane's in the comic books is dope. Like certain issues like that revolves around Peter and Mary Jane, or Mary Jane in general. Like there's certain shit about Mary Jane that has nothing to do with Peter Parker and shit. And she bad as fuck in the comic books. Yuri. Now Yuri is a MILF. A Japanese one too, you know what I'm saying? Black Cat for Bang Bros. Wasn't there an episode of Black Cat on wasn't there a Marvel edition of Bang Bros that was, you know what I'm saying, when they was driving the Avenger van? No. I don't know about all that, D. Shout out to Seinfeld though. Shout out to Seinfeld. But I'm just saying, MJ is a redhead, and y'all know how I feel about redheads. I'm just saying, she still got redhead points. And she wasn't even that mad when she found out her man might have another kid by another chick. You know what I'm saying? Just saying. Just saying. That's some grown woman shit. That's some grown woman shit right there. I mean, can't really be mad at that. Fuck no, I'm not getting Madbox. What the fuck? Why? So I can be mad as fuck. I didn't get an X for a reason. You know why I didn't get the X? I didn't get the X because, you know what I'm saying, it's the same motherfucking narrative. Is the best, is the most powerful console that's ever built. Is gonna come with like games specifically built for it? No. What the fuck? Like, what am I? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the X is about, right? And I like low key when it comes into it, the X actually has more going for it because, like, can this the Madbox play? Can the Madbox play like Xbox games, like Halo and Gears and all that kind of stuff? Can the Madbox do that? Because technically it's on PC, and if the Madbox can play PC games, right? Right? If it can play PC games, it can play Xbox games. Wouldn't that be the case? Isn't that how it would work? Or am I wrong? Like, can the Madbox play PC games? Can it download PC games and play like that? Because, like, low key, if that is the case, then really there's no reason for an Xbox dude who's talking about like I just want to buy the most powerful console. I can't see why they wouldn't buy it. But if they don't have those exclusives, there'll be a different story, right? Because Xbox would still at least have these games that you can't get on the Madbox. See, that's when you already know, like everybody already know you lying because I don't pre-order shit except for one thing. I pre-order one motherfucking thing in my entire life thus far, and that's this motherfucking Spider-Man PS Pro. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing I got that I pre-ordered. I don't pre-order shit. I didn't even pre-order fucking Devil May Cry 5. Can you imagine? Can you imagine if I go to stores and I can't find one? Can you imagine how heated I'll be? But I would highly doubt that shit. That I do be doing that, D. I do be doing that. I do pre-order I do pre-order that shit. I put I put in, you know what I'm saying, a call and then a few days later I get that in the mail and shit. That's not how it really works. There's a lot more steps to it than that. But everybody's trying to get into the game, man. Gaming is lucrative as fuck. You don't know about Alien? The Madbox. I can't imagine if it does, if it could play. Man, everybody had PS4, like DMC4 by now, right? That should been on like been out forever. Matter of fact, no, if you don't have all the DMC games, there's a DMC collection that has all 4 games. Might as well just cop that. She probably got a new handheld. I love that he's still fucking with it. Soulja Boy just ain't gonna he just ain't gonna stop. Because I actually saw some tweet that he was actually doing some other shit. I'm like, God damn. I don't pre-order shit, Savage. And the only reason why I pre-ordered the Spider-Man, the only reason why I pre-ordered this thing is because when I was when I was trying to upgrade to the Pro, and not because I just want to upgrade, it's because my PS4 was being a little weird, and I felt like I might as well just get another PlayStation. If you're gonna get another PlayStation, why not get a Pro? You know what I mean? So if you're gonna get the Pro, Spider-Man Edition's out. Why not get that? And I was like, can I just go to the store and buy that? No, of course not. You gotta pre-order that shit. So that's the one time I pre-order some shit. But games and other shit, I usually don't, man. I just show up. I just show up and buy the shit when it comes out, man. I've always been that type of dude. I guess I'm just that kind of old school type of dude that just doesn't like. I don't need to buy it immediately. I can wait a few days if necessary as well. Bless his heart, man. Bless Soldier Boy's heart. That's all I can say. Do you, little homie. Just make sure, just make sure you don't fuck up again, motherfucker. There's certain things I don't do, Savage. I don't like buying a lot of extra shit. I feel like if I pay $60, I should be able to play the game how it should be. If I miss out on some extra shit, that's cool. I'm not really the type to buy like special editions and all this other type of shit. And it's not about the money. Because it ain't nothing but like another $5, $10 usually. It ain't never that shit, type of shit. No, Titanfall. I've been kind of busy. I missed out on it. I didn't really get the chance to play that shit for real. I saw your shit though. I saw your shit. It looks fun as fuck though. I'll probably copy it when it comes out. And speaking of which, I've been hopping on Street Fighter more. My thumb's getting back used to this shit again. We had to run that shit back because that last time was unpleasant. I don't appreciate that shit at all. Damn, man, Bow Wow. I don't even remember Bow Wow existing like no more. Like this motherfucker still exists? Bow Wow? That motherfucker didn't exist when he that motherfucker didn't exist when he existed to me. Like I was when he first came out, like you know what, when Bow Wow first came out, I was at the age where I was supposed to like the motherfucker. Because when he came out, I was like right around the same age as this motherfucker. And I can't stand this little dude, man. I'm like, how the fuck did you And I wasn't hating because I was a kid and he was a kid and he did it big. I was hating because he was not a fucking talented kid. You feel me? I'm saying, dude. Like, I mean, I'm just like, how is this motherfucker like famous? He's not talented. Like his song sucks. His music sucks, bro. Like, there's way more talented like kid rappers for real. Like, how is this man famous? You know what I mean? Like out of nowhere, all of a sudden he just, you know what I'm saying? Him and Jermaine Dupri were just dancing on TV one day. I'm like, how the fuck did this shit happen? But that's next gen Titanfall. Oh, I mean, shit. I'm sure you would murk me in Mortal Kombat, but you're talking about next gen and Street Fighter. I mean, that's and him and when I was a kid, that's when they was coming out. Bow Wow, right? Bow Wow and what's Master P's son? What's his name? Lil Romeo. Yeah, that's when Lil Romeo's younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So, but when I was a kid, that's right around the time when they came out too. I was in high school when them motherfuckers came out. I'm like, how the fuck? First of all, Lil Romeo, at least I can understand his dad's masterpiece easier for him to get in the game. I'm like, Lil Bow Wow, how did he get into the game, man? This dude is not good. Like, y'all remember, like, y'all gotta understand, Lil Wayne was like 15, 16, 17 when he slowly, when Cash Money, not Young Money, like Cash Money from way back, from you know what I'm saying, Cash Money Millionaires, right? From way back with Juvenile, like, and Juvenile is actually my favorite out of like the Cash Money group, and I felt some type of way when all that shit broke out and Juvenile didn't get what he deserved, man. Because I feel like he was actually the face of Cash Money for the longest, right? I don't know why I'm fucking talking about rap and Cash Money and shit when we talking about Madbox and Verizon and shit. But but Lil Wayne was a very talented young rapper. You know what I mean? He deserved what he got. Like even now, even if you don't like his music, he's very talented for what he is. You know, he deserved that. But Bow Wow, like, why the fuck is this motherfucker came up in the game? How? That's all I'm saying. So I mean, I don't even. He didn't exist it when he did existed to me, bro. Like I don't give a shit about this motherfucker at all. I'm copping the next Mortal Kombat though, I'll learn how to play that shit. It's been I haven't played that shit since I played in the arcades and shit. Mortal Kombat's not one of my favorite fighting games, but I might have to cop that next one. That's it now. And he got raped by his bodyguard. Kind of, and that's really fucked up. Your bodyguard raped you, like the motherfucker that you hired to keep yourself from getting raped you. You fucked up. You know what I mean? That's the double L. That's terrible. Hey, is the control scheme the same? Like I used to play Sub Zero when I did play Mortal Kombat. Is it still the same? I used to play Sub Zero, Liu Kang, and damn, both Sub Zeros, because in Anthology, like the two Sub Zeros played differently. You know what I mean? You didn't know, Jemiah? You didn't know? Bow Wow was raped like by his own bodyguard. This is way back. This is a long time ago. Yeah, I mean that's what I was gonna. Them ABC inputs is what put me off of it. Like I'm not into how low tier God put it. Flowchart fighting games. That's what that is. Them flowchart fighting games. I don't like that shit. But I'll cop the new one. I'll see what's up. You know what I'm saying? See if I still have ice cold Sub Zero hands or not. Probably not. But we'll see what happens. Yeah. I don't know what it is, but recently I got bit by the fighting game bug, and I haven't played in so long. I realize I'm garbage now. But it is fun to like relearn how to play all this shit again. Because just because you know how to make all the moves work doesn't mean you know how to play fighting games no more. Because it's been so long, like your mind doesn't work the same. It just doesn't react like how it used to. You know what I mean? But I'm hyped to get that started. And Thrash still hasn't fucking. I've been hollering this motherfucker for like the last couple of days, telling him to send the password to the round table shit so I can actually start doing them stream shit. Motherfucker still hasn't answered me and shit. I'm gonna ask him on Tuesday and shit. On air so he won't forget. Yeah, it's made by the same people. I mean, and I'm not into either one. I'm not into Injustice either. Like it's just Zone Justice. I can't really be mad at Zone, man, because like my main is Ryu, and Ryu's a zoning character, right? But I can't be mad at motherfuckers who use it. Like, because realistically, you should be able to like figure out how to like maneuver through projectiles. You know what I'm saying? There's your characters. You can jump, you can block, you can like a lot of characters can slide through. Some characters have animation where they can go through the projectiles. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of shit, man. And realistically, if you play against a dude who can only shoot projectiles, like it's a wrap. Like you won. You just gotta break like that, and it's a wrap. Like I can't. But if that's all the game is, motherfucker jump back and just shoot projectiles at you all day. And I can understand how that could be a problem in Injustice, because Injustice is a game dealt with like superheroes and shit. So some of them probably have like insane projectiles. Probably some of them have like laser beams that'll take up like a portion of the screen where you just have to stand there and take it. Like you just have to stand there and block that shit. You can't move and all this other shit. That wouldn't be cool at all, man. But a lot of times when people's like, "Oh, you spamming," I'm like, "Man, you should be able to figure out how to like get around that shit." And I might cop X if it comes with all the DLCs and everything, because y'all know how I am, man. I hate buying extra content like that, man. Just let me fucking buy the game with all the shit already. You know what I mean? But by the time I cop X, everybody probably already got it. Damn, got a hickey and the shit hurts. Yeah, shit. What you fucking with a vampire or some shit? What the fuck? None of my hickeys have ever hurt. I don't know what the fuck you doing. Like, I don't know what kind of bitches you fucking with, dude. But that shit's rough, man. You might want to get yourself checked out for that. Please. Yeah, I'll copy 11, and we'll run that on round table, and we'll see what's up, man. I haven't played it. I'm just getting back. I used to play fighting games a lot, and I'm recently getting back into it. That's how I know I'm shitty at it at this point. But you know what I mean? It only takes a little bit of time to get used to it again. Verizon Cloud Gaming, though. Do y'all think it's gonna do well? This Verizon shit. You think it's gonna do well? Because how many services out there at this point? You got, Xbox's shit, you got PlayStation shit, you got, this Verizon shit, and we already know Google's doing some shit. We already know damn, who else is also doing some shit? There's like an abundance of services out there already. And like low key, I feel like with this Madbox situation, I don't even think Madbox is gonna beat the Xbox, because Xbox has a name for itself in the gaming industry, at least. Whether it's that name is carrying weight or not at this point, you know what I mean? We don't know, but at least they have a name, a reputation for themselves in the gaming industry. They have IPs within their namesake. What does this Verizon Cloud shit has it? And And if you think Xbox and PlayStation is putting their shit on there, you out of your goddamn mind. Xbox maybe, because they did say they putting their shit on all all what's the terminology they use? All devices, and this is a fucking device. realistically, if the Madbox come out, it's only competing with the Xbox. It's not competing with Nintendo or Sony. You know what I mean? No exclusives. They'll be in the same, category. High performing products with no exclusives, right? But maybe Xbox will have a leg up. Maybe Xbox will lose to it in power as far as power, but Xbox might have Halo Gear and Forza and some other little stuff, Ori and all this other stuff, right? That's exclusive to the console because maybe the Madbox is a console still, right? It's not really a PC. It's more like a PC than an Xbox, which Xbox and PlayStations nowadays are very much just closed in PCs already. Just a low end closed in PC. They're not high end by any means. If they're high end, they wouldn't be $400-500. Madbox will have Game Pass on it. I mean, I'm pretty sure it probably will. I'm because it's a device, right? It's a third party device. Like if you can get it on your fucking pad, then why can't you get it on your Madbox? Type. But I mean, it would. I don't even see how like motherfuckers don't understand like that screenshot they showed. They show games that don't even exist. Of course, is like a placeholder. Like they show Metro. Metro is not even out yet. You know what I'm saying on that screen. And they showed Days Gone. Days Gone is not even out. Like all those games that they showed is just basically placeholders so you can see what the screen looked like. But let's get to the last subject, man. I've been rambling on all kinds of other shit for the longest. But Activision and Bungie, right? Now, there's once upon a time in my mind I thought Activision was untouchable. But in recent events, man, Activision and I was saying recently there's going to be a change of the guards where the status quo won't be the same way as it used to be. Where certain game companies you'll see that used to be titans in the industry will falter, and you might see some new shit, some new people come in. You know what I mean? Real shit, savage. That's fucked up. But you could actually see it happen. Activision is actually falling apart. They're actually I don't know if you guys know about this, but there's like a word that they're actually under investigations by some unlawful because of unlawful business practices. Yeah, overdone for sure, man. And for a short period of time, there's a certain period of time where I'm like Activision is like damn near unstoppable. It's not because of like how much I like Activision, because I don't. It just Activision has so many IP and so much clout around them. It's hard for you to like tear, even if like they do so much shit to fuck themselves over. It's just they have so much shit under their belt that it's hard for them to. But damn, man, Bungie dipping. Bungie is no longer fucking around with Activision. I don't know about money because recently they've been talking about doing cuts and all kinds of shit. They're willing to be free of Bungie and let Bungie keep Destiny. And that's somewhat unprecedented, man. That usually doesn't happen. But Destiny is Bungie's IP. Now, whether that's for the better or not, we'll find out because it is Bungie's IP, which means the Bungie 1 and 2 that we got is what they made. Will it be any better like Bungie 3? I mean, Destiny 3 would be any better? Who knows? We'll see what happens. If if they do well, they might just be the new, that new guard that I was talking about. They might become the new industry staple. Yeah, they own a lot of shit, Kevin Matt. Well, they at least for a while they did. They're not going back because They're not going back to. Damn, like what? Shit. I mean, Activision Blizzards though. Yeah, he's getting sued like a motherfucker out here, bro. Getting sued, like, and the craziest part is all this start happening within a short period of time. It happened. I don't think they regret losing Bungie, man, because Destiny performed underwhelmingly. Is what they're saying. So I mean, if it was performing well, I don't think they would drip, right? Don't they own? I mean, Activision own the Call of Duty, right? Or am I wrong on that? They own all the Blizzard games. Isn't that what it is? Like they own a lot of shit, man. I'm not saying I like all their games and shit. I'm just saying they have a lot of power, man. At least they used to. I didn't think there was, you know, but you can be touched. You know what I mean? And they are right now. Matter of fact, a lot of gaming corporations right now are getting touched. They're not as invincible as they thought they was. And shit's breaking apart. So we might see some new companies that'll come up and take the torch. But as of right now, Activision and Bungie goes their separate ways, and I don't really want to bring up Activision and Bungie like they like the case, because really I feel like this is just the start of many. You'll see a lot of shit go down within the next generation because the bubble I think has finally burst. I don't think the way that game companies thought they could make money off of gamers worked out the way they thought it would. I mean, hate it or love it, D. I mean, Call of Duty is a big deal, man. Even though people don't play it like they used to, it's still a big deal, man. Like, it's the most popular shooter. I don't care what motherfuckers say. You can say Halo is, but for sure it isn't. Call of Duty is, and Warcraft and Starcraft, Diablo, which is kind of funny now that you say Diablo, but those are fucking big deal, man. Activision didn't seem like they could be touched. Bethesda, for a second, didn't seem like they could be touched. Even though they make broken games every motherfucking year, no one ever seemed to complain that much about it. And EA didn't seem like they could be touched. But now they see, like, we see certain shit that goes down and we're like, God damn. I mean, EA isn't EA the largest fucking third party gaming company, man? Who's bigger than EA? As far as Western develop, like, Western companies, who's bigger than EA? Yeah, Fallout 76 was never a thing, man. As far as Western, publishers concerned, like they're the biggest, right? EA is the biggest. No, EA own way more than just sports games, bro. They own a lot of shit. Fuck Tencent, man. Chinese motherfucking. I mean, you are the meme master though, cause I mean, I haven't seen this recent video yet, but that recent one just confirmed it and shit. I'm just fucking with you, D, man. I'm just well, no, not with you, but with Chinese people. I'm I'm 1/4 Chinese, man. I never escape it either. 'Cause, you know, my last name is from a Chinese last name. Like my ancestors was from China. Like so, every time I'm like talking shit about Chinese people, I mean it, but I don't mean it. It's like talking about myself at the same time. No, I'm not Japanese, man. I like a lot of Japanese shit, but I'm not Japanese. Nah, bro. Actually, my mom's last name is Lee, but it's only with one E, not with two E's. And that's actually the same. My mom is basically related to all the Korean peoples that have that Lee name with the two E's. They're the same motherfucking people. They just live in two different countries, so they have one speller with one E and one speller with two E's, but they're the same people. So I can't be fucking with no Japanese girls with Lee for their last name because they probably related to my mama somehow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and that's the L-E-I in Chinese people too. Chinese people that spell their last name L-E-I. That's the same as Vietnamese people with L-E and the same as L-E-E in Korean. They're all from the same branch of family and shit. Gosh, the hell is stupid. But yeah, man, as far as Activision is concerned, like we'll see a lot more of that. EA, Activision, a lot of major third party, you know what I mean, that use fundings from, you know, investors and shit. We're gonna see a lot of like momentum shifts. Well, not momentum shifts, but the changing of the guard, as you can say. I mean, these companies won't be as big as they used to be because people nowadays aren't as dumb as they was 10 years ago. We get better, we get progressively better, but at the same time, worse in the way we think. You know what I mean? We get smarter. We actually think in illogical ways, even though we're smarter than we used to be. We're provided with more information than we used to be. It's just the way we take those information. It's take longer for us to process for some odd reason. Overdone's from North Korea. Okay, you don't want no problems. You don't want no problems. Motherfucker in Africa buying yellow cake. Yeah. Think about aluminum tubes. Eh? Do I need to tell you what you can do with aluminum tubes? No, arsenic. You know what's really fucked up, man? So I work with, you know, I'm in customer service basically. I'm in sales, and that's basically customer service as well. So I deal with people all the time, man. And I actually spoke to this lady, and she's a teacher, and they say they don't even teach handwriting in school no more, guys. They don't even teach handwriting in school no more. Like kids don't even know how to write barely in print, let alone cursive. Me, I'm so used to writing in cursive, I can't help it. Like, you know, like sometimes you're supposed to print on some shit when you feel like documentations and certain shit, and you're supposed to print. and I still be fucking up because I still like end up writing in cursive somehow because I'm so used to doing it. D stupid as fuck. Just yellow cake, man. And then to show y'all this yellow cake wrapped in the special CIA napkin. But I hope we don't drop that shit. Y'all motherfuckers stupid, man. We the only one that can actually troll on that type of level. Everybody else will flip their damn mind like, what the fuck are these motherfuckers out here? Good shit, good shit, Jamal. I appreciate that. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Getting my shit out there like that. Well, you know, you. I mean, if that means if Titanfall is streaming, that means everybody on her stream is gonna hear me. Like, you know what I'm saying? My commentary over on Activision and Bungie over their gameplay and shit. It's free publicity. It's good shit, right? I'm documented, right? I'm in there. I got case files and shit now. Hey, like low key, I ain't gonna front, man. Could y'all tell me what a Protestant is? Because I don't really know what that is. Like low key, I don't really know what that is. What's the difference between a regular Christian and a Protestant Christian? I'm here to learn, dog. I don't know what the fuck. Real shit typo. This dude, uncensored hentai. I mean, it ain't hentai unless it's uncensored, ain't it? If it's hentai, why you gotta censor it for? I don't understand. Motherfuckers go to hentai to see that shit. Why would you censor it? I don't understand. I don't understand Japanese people. Japanese people would be weird as fuck sometimes. They porn is censored. It's porn. What the fuck? Who censors porn? Like, what the fuck? It's porn. Like, why would you censor this shit? I don't understand this shit. These motherfuckers. Pure and proper. I'm not sure what that means, D. Like, like, what do you mean exactly? I don't understand. You know what I mean? I don't understand what that means. Like, pure and proper. Like, you gotta understand, I'm not a Christian myself. Like, I don't know like the inner workings of Christianity. Like, I know Christianity, but I don't really know the different sects because of different like that shit. Because there's many, you know, there's plenty of them, bro. I don't know which one is which and shit. Like, there's so many like branches of Christianity that bruh, like, it's like trying to break down the lore of fucking, you know what I'm saying, Bloodborne and shit. Talking about Master William and then all these other motherfuckers. Some of them believe in the blood, but some of them don't. Some of them want to find another way, you know, all this other shit. You gotta fear the blood, motherfucker. You know? Ah, I see, Savage. I was thinking of some kind of loophole like that because it doesn't make any sense. And you know what? You're right because I think that's across the board in all Asian countries. Well, not all Asian countries, but I think most Asian countries is like that. You can't have like lewd materials like that because I think it's illegal to like bear all in India, right? You can't like no like in movies and shit. You can't show nudity in India in a lot of Asian countries. Is and I don't know why that's the case, man. Which is weird because like real shit is like really weird because Asian cultures like they celebrate sexuality a lot more than Western culture does. I don't know why they don't show that, but in Western cultures they actually try to downplay like as far as religion and all this other shit that Western people are used to. Always try to downplay sexuality, but sexuality is like everywhere. Like billboards and shit. You basically see like damn near two people fucking on a billboard, but that's like a commercial for like that's advertising for like cologne or some shit. You know what I mean? And behind the picture of the cologne bottle is basically a silhouette of two people fucking. But you know, you know what I mean? But people like religiously and all this cultural wise, people like don't always like demonize that shit, but they show it everywhere. But in Asia, it's the other way around. People in Asia are like more comfortable with sexuality, but they don't show it around. Matter of fact, some part of it's like illegal. You know what I mean? Like they censor that type of shit. Well, porn is like you censor porn. It makes no sense. Yeah, Japan did. Well, they didn't completely conquer China, but yeah, they damn near did though. They damn near real shit. They damn near did. I mean, it's a weird culture, man. You gotta understand they live in their own bubble in a sense. And the fucked up part is a lot of shit they do other people like, you know? It's very odd, bruh. Japan is odd, but I mean a lot of shit they do is cool as fuck, man. What can I say? Damn, man. You don't compare that shit, the Non King Massacre to PlayStation and Xbox? That's a little rough. Shit. I mean, I guess you're right. I mean, I'm out of subjects to talk about, man. I mean, I'm still decently hyped for all the games that's coming out. Anthem's gonna be here soon. Shit, Res 2 is here in a few weeks. Uh God damn, that's just so many games, man. But what are they there for? For like little girls who need panties? Or I don't even know why I'm asking. Or is it for a motherfucker who wouldn't mind having a pair of panties? Like, but why? Like the panties are kind of useless without the girl. So that where is it? You know what? I'm not even I'm not even gonna try to figure this shit out. Cause it would be cool, man. I ain't gonna run a vending machine for boxers where I can get a pair of boxes if necessary, you know. Cause things happens, you know what I mean? That's fucked up, overdone. I kinda do know the answer, matter of fact. You ain't lying, bro. I kinda do know the answer. What do you mean it don't have VR and free flight mode? What does that even mean? What's the difference between that and just VR? You mean like just fly around in a jet and shit? Like every time you're in VR, you have to be in a mission. You can't just be in like a Raptor just flying around in VR. I mean, shit, Titanfall. I guess you gonna have to learn today, man. And guess you have to learn today. I mean, shit. Jamal been wanting me to play Mortal Kombat, so I already know what's gonna happen when I hop on Mortal Kombat with this motherfucker. Yeah, Japanese dudes, man. Don't ask me how I know, but these dudes usually wear tight ass underwear. I'm more of a boxers type of dude, so I don't appreciate their choice in underwear. If you say so, man. I'm from Vietnam. I'm a jungle Asian motherfucker. Like we grimy as fuck. So I ain't gonna argue with you about that, D. I'm from the jungle. We grimy as fuck out here. So you know what I'm saying? Vietnamese motherfuckers are machete wielding motherfuckers, right? We don't have we don't have a whole field of sakura blossoms. You know what I'm saying? We got bamboo trees and hi Jamal. What's up, Viera? We just wrapping up here. I've been on for like damn, I've been on for like 2 hours just talking about shit. Really, D, all countries are major gangs, isn't? If you want to break it down like that, I mean, all countries are gangs, just personified. They have a territory. You live within that gang's territory. They'll protect you, make sure you are defend off other invaders that might want to come in and fuck you and your family up. You know what I'm saying? So lots of, you know what I'm saying? Really, if you want to talk on gangs and shit, realistically, countries are gangs. I mean, shit. I mean, you more welcome to do the same to him, Titanfall. You more than welcome to whoop his ass. I'm just saying, like, I don't think I could stop anybody from saying anything on my chat. Only thing I don't appreciate is if anybody ever, say some wild shit about each other on there. But besides from that, I don't give a fuck what topic we on. I don't shy away from shit. And excuse my silence, so I'm eating some shit, and plus I don't really got much else to talk about, really. It was wild as fuck when I saw that overdone. When I first saw that on Twitter, man, I was like, that can't be real. I clicked on it. I saw the image of it because I saw that shit on Porter Rock's tweet. I'm like, that can't be real. I clicked on it, and it really was a panty flying through the air. And I'm just thinking to myself, right? Like these motherfuckers actually put the time and effort into thinking what panties would look like flying through the air. You feel me? Because they actually put in the physics of what it would look like if this thing's flying through the air and have wind hitting it and it would like boost up in power and fly quicker, what would happen and shit. I'm like, this is incredible. These motherfuckers actually put the time and effort into putting all that effort into that shit. And I'm like, that's impressive. And it's for the Switch. The most family-friendly console there is for the Switch. We already spoke about this shit on the round table the other day. That shit was hilarious. But goddamn, man, I'm sitting there like, goddamn, y'all actually sit here and like program a game about panties flying around. I'm not sure what it's about. Like it just, that's all I see is like a third person. It has to be third person. It can't be first person, of course, right? It can also talk. Overdone. Are you shitting me? The panties talk. Schoolgirl Water fun game on PS4? No, bro. I have not seen no. I've never even heard of. Is that's a real game, good? I'm saying that's some Japanese shit, man. You know, like in America, we say there's some Florida shit. There's some Florida shit. Shout out to Sick and shit. And Sick, I'm not always high on every one of my podcasts. All right, goddamn. Just just some more than others. Like I'm completely sober now. I might not be here in about another 30 minutes or so. This mother shout me out and said I'm high in every one of my podcasts. I'm like, God damn, not for real. I wonder if y'all could probably tell when I'm high and when I'm not, and more coherent when I'm not. Bunch of Texas. I don't know why, but that makes so much sense. A bunch of Texas. You know what, Coon? You know what, Coon? I've never heard of the game before, but I actually have heard of the advertisement for that game because the advertisement for that game at a Tokyo Game Show a few years, like not a few years, oh, a long time ago, was they did that in real life. Like a bus full of schoolgirls was there, and participants get to shoot them with water guns. It's Japan, man. I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I don't know what the fuck to tell you, but that's how I know of the game because I know because that shit made art like front page, not front page, but it made one of these articles. Then this is way back. It's been a while, so that game's been out for a minute. I think I do know what you're talking about. I don't know of the game, but I know of the marketing for the game, and that shit is ridiculous. I can't even imagine like a game like that. So that's all you do is just shoot. You know what I'm saying? Shoot water guns at schoolgirl titty physics. Is that what you do? Yeah, that's just insane. When I was a kid, I could never imagine gaming would be the way it is. All right, Savage, bro. I'll see you later. I'm gonna hop off here soon too, man. I mean, I don't really have much other topics. I ain't trying to talk about panties flying around all night and shit either. In Japan, um, that's actually not really that accurate. It's because the reason why it seems that way is because of population the way it is. Birth rate is very normal for the amount of young people they have. The only issue is they don't have a lot of young people compared to old folks. They have a lot of old people in Japan, and their young population is actually very small. So the population that they have are fucking and having kids. It's just the population of young people they have isn't a lot. That's why the healthcare industry in Japan is so high because there's so many old people they have to take care of. You know, the birth rate for them is actually normal. If you look at the population of people, the age range of people who could and should have kids, you know, 20s and 30s, like people who are in their 20s and 30s are actually very low in Japan, but people like in their 50s and up are actually very high. Their population, as far as age range, is like all over the place, all fucked up. And I don't really know much about the birth rate in America though. Right. I mean, that's not much they could do about it. I mean, old people are old. They can't be fucking, you know. There's just not enough young people making a whole lot of kids. And plus they don't have much space to be making a lot of kids. On top of that, Japanese people, I don't want to speak on Japanese people like that, but they're very career driven in the 21st century, man. They don't want to like raise a kid. It takes too much effort. And I mean, plus motherfucker got robot hoes out here, all right? You know what I'm saying? Plays United know what we talking about. They got robot hoes out here. Don't ever say no. Yeah, it's quite it couldn't cost a quite a good penny to raise a kid in Japan, man. Japan is very expensive. You gotta imagine the price of real estate in Japan is just fucking insane, bruh. Like when you think of Japan, you always think of like if you've never been there, you always think of people living in these little like Japanese loft style kind of houses, all poetic and shit. And man, don't nobody live like that. Don't nobody have room like that. And people who live in mansion and like in the hills and the mountains and shit, they ball extra hard. Most people don't live like that. You know, it's actually really rough. It's expensive as fuck. Depends on like the place you live in. Don't tase me, bro. Kids in Japan, don't tase me, bro. Don't tase me, senpai. Hey, Arsenic, my autocorrect has done some wild shit with my shit, man. My autocorrect is like correct me on some wild shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck? How do you get this shit from? You know, I can believe damn near anything when it comes to autocorrect. Because sometimes like you like write your like the word you write and you write it all right, but you misspell one letter. Like you like click on it, but it didn't click or whatever. And your shit like say a whole different word that got nothing to do with what you were saying. You're like, what the fuck? Every time. Yeah, man, I'm hyped as fuck to stream this Res 2 though. I can't wait for that shit. That 30-minute demo got me mad as fuck because I was like, man, that was 10 minutes. It wasn't 30. I swear that wasn't 30 minutes, man. My chat be wilding, yeah. What's up, Ice Queen? Damn, I'm already coming through late as fuck. Hey, some of y'all, man, some of y'all in the chat, I don't know how y'all do it. Cause I'm like, don't these motherfuckers sleep? Cause how do you watch six shit, man? His shit was like at 6 in the morning. Like this motherfucker wake up before Jesus does and shit. And you know what I'm saying? I woke up like 4 hours before that motherfucker was like after that motherfucker was even on and shit today. I usually sleep in hard as fuck on Sundays, man. Cause I be doing the other shit on Saturday night and shit. Damn arsenic. I feel you. Run that third shift game, I guess. Damn. I'm saying I'll be seeing some of y'all at like motherfuckers at like 6 in the morning, and then the motherfucker would run one at 3, and you be there, and then motherfucker would run one at 9, and you be there. I'm like, God damn, these motherfuckers is always there. How is it possible? Motherfucker never sleep. Like how the fuck? You know what I'm saying? I was saying like these motherfuckers just never sleep, dude. Like how the fuck? Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. I'll be like, if I could, sometimes I can catch this shit like live when I'm at work and shit. But a lot of times I gotta like watch it on the run back and shit at work. There's certain like sometimes at work there's just a lot of downtime and there's just nothing for me to do. I just sit around and just get bored as fuck. You a lie with Dunning. I need my sleep, man. I need at least 6 hours to function, bro. I can't function properly without some sleep. Man. Some motherfuckers can just live off of panties. I can't do that. I need sleep. You know what I'm They don't have vending machine for sleep because I need sleep. Can't live off of panties, man. I don't have that kind. Yeah, 'cause, like sleep. Like I always be like asleep when dude be doing this shit in the morning. I mean, shit. Somebody get the power from it, cut. I don't know what to tell you, impatient fire. I mean, some motherfucker can live off of that shit. I can't do it. I need a solid 6 at least, preferably 8. And there's actually some people don't actually need that kind of sleep, man. There's actually research done. There's some people only like would only need about 3 to 4 hours of sleep to function. I am not one of those motherfuckers. I am not one of them motherfuckers. You know what I mean? If I don't have at least 6 hours, I can't function very well. It'll fuck me all up and shit. But I mean, apparently some of these motherfuckers out here, all they need is 3 hours of sleep and panties from the vending machine. They straight. Like so, I can't, and I'm not one of them. You know what I mean? It's probably because I don't fuck with the panties and the vending machines. That's probably why I can't fuck with it. I need 8 hours of sleep, otherwise I don't function. It's odd time we living in though. I never gonna imagine that shit. Just fly around in panties. I'm still holding out hope that that's not what it's for. I'm holding out hope that it would be cool if there's like vending machines that got like underwear like that because sometimes you need a pair. Sometimes you're like, man, I need a new pair, and I'm not home yet, so let me go ahead and get some. But unfortunately, that's probably not what it's there for. Panty machines in America always stay empty. It's just never supplied. It's never stocked in that motherfucker. It's just empty as soon as it got stocked in it. I might have to buy a crib in Denver, man. Might have to buy a summer home in that bitch. Might have to buy a little cottage. You know what I'm saying? I'm like talking about those weed machines in Denver. Y'all fucked up, man. And Little Tokyo is dope, man. I've been to Little Tokyo twice. That shit was pretty fun. No, it's not that. I mean, I'm just kicking with y'all. I mean, y'all talking. I ain't got shit else to talk about. Shit. Y'all over here talking about flying panties and panties and fucking vending machines. This is what y'all into, man. This is what y'all into. Motherfucking vending machines we have here don't even vend shit properly. You know how many times a bag of Cheetos has got stuck while I'm trying to get it from vending machines, man? You know how many times a bag of spicy Cheetos have gotten stuck in the vending machine in America, bro? The amount of time I had to buy 2 bags of, you know what I'm saying, spicy Cheetos just to make sure that I can get it. It depends if the panties are attached to something overdone. I don't know if I can deal with panties like just flying through the air by themselves and shit. They gotta be preferably around some booty cheeks. like off of Boondock, like booty butt cheeks, right? They gotta be surrounding some booty butt cheeks. You know what I'm saying? There's like 3 females in here. It's it's Ice Queen, Vera, and Titanfall. But damn, man, it's just 11:25, man. I think we about done here. I think we about done here with that shit. I mean, I got shit to do tomorrow too. I think I'm gonna hop on. I'm gonna hop on some Street Fighter and learn how to play Kage some more. Kage is fun as fuck, man. But I'll see y'all later. All right, Royal Flush, Draco Rex, Agent Gambit. Thank y'all for coming, man. JK guys. Damn, you was late as fuck, ain't you? Ice Queen, don't call me Danny. It's overdone. Impatient. Shit. Stardust, you was here too. Jamal was here earlier. Thrash, of course. Fatal. Damn. Arsenic. Whole bunch of motherfuckers, man. God damn, I'm not even that big of a channel. It's too many motherfuckers for me to go through. Impatient Fire. You know what I'm saying? All y'all motherfuckers play United and shit. Well, I'm out, man. I'll see y'all Tuesday on the round table. Sorry I missed Friday, man. I was actually out and I was doing some shit. I thought I could make it back, but I couldn't. I left work, went out, and thought I could make it here before that shit, but I couldn't do that shit. But I'll see y'all next week, man. Not next week, god damn it, Tuesday on the round table. And yeah, man. What day exactly is Rest 2 coming out? What day of like exact day is it? I need to know that shit because whatever day that is, I need to I need to play that on the Sunday of that. I'm gonna stream that on the Sunday of that week, whatever day that is. And I still need Thrash, man. If you still there, bro, I still need you to send the round table information and the founder shit, bro. Because I still need to stream fighting games on the channel. I couldn't. I was supposed to do that last week, and I couldn't even do that. I need you to send that shit so I can do that shit on the round table on Mondays and shit. But besides that, man, we out. Y'all have a good night. There was this.